Hey, what's going on, guys? Tony here, Creative Fish Studio, and I'm in the garage and I'm super busy in here. I'm cleaning tanks and I'm just taking a quick break to shoot you guys a video and let you know what I've been up to and what is going on in the fish room. And quite a bit is actually going on in the fish room because I've taken down a lot of my tanks. I'm paring down to 1 or 2, maybe 3 tanks in here. My wife wants it to be 2. I'm fighting for 3, but we'll let you know how that goes. Here's the story of what happened. So we have this cat that's got an abscess, and I've been working really hard with it to get it healed and to get it restored. But it keeps on opening it up and it's bleeding everywhere. We're not letting it in the house because it's just making a mess of everything. I know this is gross. I'm getting to the point. But my son really wants a cat in the house, and so I told him that he could get one, but my wife said that I had to get rid of fish tanks for that to happen. And at first I put my foot down and I said, no, we're not going to get a cat. And then my son gave me the Puss in Boots eyes, you know, still was like no, and then I realized I'm being selfish. I don't need 12 or 13 fish tanks, honestly, especially with the new koi pond. I said, all right, let's go get your cat. Made a really happy boy out of him, and now I've been paring down. And so along with that, I've made some decisions about where I want to be going with this hobby anyway, and I thought I'd share them with you today. What got me back into the fish keeping hobby was a little fish I called Motor. I was doing my RC cars here in the garage, and I wanted to have one out here with me while I was working on the cars, just something to kind of relieve some of the stress and all that. And so this, my friends, is what I'm going to be getting back into, is the fancy goldfish. Now, I've got the koi pond out in the yard, 2,000-gallon koi pond that is kind of been going viral actually on the internet with littlethings.com picking up the video that we'd done on it, and then we had Home Talk wanted me to do a DIY how to do it. They released it today via email, and it's gotten over about 70,000 views today, which is pretty cool for somebody like me who doesn't have a big channel and doesn't get that many views normally. In under a month, that the video on the pond has gone over 100,000 views. I'm just ecstatic. But in all of this, I'm wanting to get back into the goldfish and the koi. So I've got this 40-gallon breeder that I've now turned into the Aranda tank, and I also picked up a 100-gallon stock tank. Now, my wife said to clear up room in the garage so she could have storage space back. She didn't say anything about me putting stock tanks on the side of the house to store more fish in, and so I have a stock tank there, which I'm able to say is also for you know, a grow out for the plants in the pond, because the koi keep eating the roots off them and they're not growing. So they're very stunted. So we're going to grow them out there. I should point out, I have not gotten rid of my saltwater tanks. In fact, that's what I'm working on right now. As you can see, there's algae here. I've been scraping it off. You can actually see the scraper marks, and that's what I'm taking a break from. It's been a super busy year for me. I've gone to Guatemala, Peru, Cuba, Colorado, and a trip to Florida. So just really busy the past 2 months, and things are getting out of control, and that's partly why I'm paring down. So I'm going in and I'm reaching in. Luckily, you know, I've got algae in here. I can just pick it up and grab it. My hardness is way off because I didn't get a water change in before my last trip, and so I've got stuff that I got to be working on with these tanks, as well as the one over here. I've also this one's doing a little bit better, but it definitely needs some more attention. It's easier to clean. I actually don't like the BioCube. Those corners make it really hard, and the little bit of rounding to the glass make it so that the scraper does not do a great job scraping. So these tanks were asleep. I just woke them up for the sake of this video, so things are a little bit shrunken in at the moment because of that. The 50-gallon is shut down at this point. I sold the fish that were in it, as well as a blood parrot that was in one of the 20-gallon breeders. I'm going to be getting rid of this fish tank. I've got several other fish tanks in the car. Primarily all of the guppy breeding stuff that I had on this rack system here. I needed to get the floor cleared, which is not fully cleared yet, because I'm going through stuff in here, paring down on all of my equipment for the fish tanks. I got a bunch of heaters over there. I've got plants, whatever, in this, as well as rocks and the sponge filters. Got a sponge filter here as well. I had a 2.5-gallon crack when I had my little Africa map fall off and hit it this evening as I was working on this tank. So that made an extra mess that I had to clean up there, which was not fun and unplanned. And so it's ready here to go in the trash. I've got rocks on the floor that now are going to go out to the pond. Here you can see where the 20-gallon breeders used to be that have been removed. The plants that were in that 2.5-gallon beta tank I've got underneath these grow lights from the goldfish, hoping that'll at least for now give them a little bit of something. So, alright, so that's the update, guys. I'm not going away. I'm just changing the focus of what kind of fish I'm keeping and where I'm keeping them. I'm not going to have them all here in the garage. I'm going to have them outside, and I'm going to have them a few in the garage here. And so my boys still have their betas up in their room that they're taking care of, or that I'm taking care of mainly. Let's be honest right now, I'm taking care of them. But overall, been really loving the pond. That's kind of my favorite focal piece right now that has fish in it, and something that I get to enjoy on a daily basis. And in all of that, I wanted to get with you guys and let you know what I'm doing and what I'm excited about, and that is the fancy goldfish, particularly the Chinese and Japanese like Ranchu and the lionheads. That's what I'm going to kind of be looking to get into. So as well as the Arandas. Arandas are my favorite, but I'm wanting to try. I've never had Ranchu, I've never had lionhead. But for right now, I've chosen to go with the Ranchu, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. Hope your fish are doing well, and we'll catch you next time.